Hey guys, Missing Pixel here. I have a quick video for you today about a game that I recently remembered exists. This is Light Driver. Light Driver was a game commissioned by the headlamp manufacturer Hella as a promotional game. Not only was it promoting how great the line of Xenon and bending lights were, but by playing the game and getting the highest score on the online leaderboard, you could win such amazing prizes like a PDA, which for the young viewers out there was like a smartphone that couldn't make calls or texts. To be fair, that's kind of cool for 2003, just like the Formula 1 weekend tickets. But then, you could also win a suitcase, an analog clock, a briefcase, and a portable alarm clock. Wow, their marketing budget really ran out after the Formula 1 tickets and the PDA, huh? The game launched in September 2003, and you had until October to get your high score up. The game starts with an absolutely banging main menu song. And the premise of the game is this: it's 10 PM on a Friday evening. You are on the road in the middle of nowhere, and there are obstacles all over the road. You need to get home quickly, but safely. Thanks to a man wearing Halo attire, he will give you bonus points and a lamp upgrade, going from Halogen to Xenon. This will allow you to drive faster while still being safe, which lets you accumulate more points. You see, you have a speed bar on the right hand side. If you are in the yellow, you will collect points slowly. Green, collect points quickly. Red, you lose points. The bar dynamically changes depending on if you're driving in a straight line or around corners, so you have to take care as to making sure that your speed is optimal. Once you hit over 6,000 points, you will unlock the bend lighting, which curve when you are cornering. I am surprised that this technology existed back in the early 2000s. I think the first family car we owned that had this feature must have been from the late 2000s, but I digress. Anytime you hit anything, you lose points, and it's easier to lose points than to gain them, so you do really have to be careful. Otherwise, that's about it for this game. But don't worry, as we're not done yet. In December 2003, Hella would raffle a set of daytime running lights in a clear glass design among 20 participants who submit the high score. During 2004, Hella ran other high score contests. However, the Internet Archive has some blanks as to exactly when these promotions were ran. Seemingly by the end of 2004, you could win more Formula 1 tickets, as well as fog lamps, and that's when the last promotion ran. The reason for this context is that sometime after the first game, Light Driver 2.0 was released. If we believe the creation dates on the EXE, this would have been in November, but that also could be when the final release was built. I trust the image files, which have a creation date of March 2004. Anyway, Light Driver 2.0 introduced some new additions into the game. We have a new dashboard now, which looks far better than the 1.0 release, which has the light bulb screen mounted behind the vents. In 2.0, it's in the dashboard screen. We also have yellow traffic cones, which give us an extra 10 seconds on our countdown timer. Furthermore, we now get the option to turn on high beams, which makes the game easier, but also gives you the additional challenge of having to turn them off when you're in village areas. Otherwise, other drivers will honk at you for blinding them, and you'll lose points. Now, if you get over 8,000 points, you'll unlock a bonus track in an airfield, where you must slalom around cones to gain extra points for your final high score. We also have a new map with new textures, which gives the game a little bit more of variety. Instead of just being on a long motorway, as previously mentioned, we drive through villages, over bridges, and into tunnels. Although this does become a rather repetitive loop. You also steer your car with either the arrow keys or your mouse, the latter of which I surprisingly preferred. So yeah, that's Light Driver. It's an alright game. It doesn't break any new grounds, but for a free promotional game, you can get a decent 15 to 30 minutes out of it. And I imagined that was even more fun when the leaderboard was still working. Although the leaderboard was not embedded into the game, so you had to look on the website to see which score you needed to beat. The graphics are obviously dead simple, being entirely 2D, somewhat similar to that of Outrun or Java racing games, but it's alright. Now, of course, the question is, who made the game? We get zero clues initially, as the developers are not mentioned anywhere. Version 2.0 at least shows the marketing consultancy's name, which was shaken not stirred, but nothing about the devs. I noticed a single STG file. Searching on Reddit led me to a big clue as to who the developer could be. Sure enough, the quick BMS script that the Reddit user has found extracted the game files. And there were some files that I did not see being used in the game, although they do seem to be related to the game. So anyway, I had an inkling on who made it. And then as I was doing more research on games similar to Light Driver, I stumbled upon Vampirjagd 2, Night Race. Created in the year 2000 by Oxo Media, it's practically a precursor to Light Driver. The game was built as a promotional game for... Christ, I have no idea. My best guess is that the theatre play Tanz der Vampire by Roman Polanski must have been touring around Germany, since the game was commissioned by Stellar Entertainment, who was in charge of operation of music theatres. But then why is Seat involved in this? Let me just wrap up the video quickly, since this game comparatively blows. We can see that the game was definitely similar in concept and graphics to Light Driver, but here we have to kill women and collect blood bags, and avoid priests, crucifixes and onions. Yeah, incredible stuff. The game gets sprung to play pretty much the moment you press begin game. But yes, we at least now know who created Light Driver. So that's me done for now. If you'd like to try out Light Driver, I've archived both versions of the game on Internet Archive, and the game works perfectly fine on modern Windows, although the game seemed to run slow in full screen for me and I had to put the game into windowed mode. As a final note, Halo resurrected the idea of this game on mobile with Night Drive in 2018, although the app has since been delisted on Android, and the app is non-functional on iOS as nothing shows up. But yeah, it had a game mode in the app where you could collect coins while driving in the dark. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you've heard of this game down in the comments below.